Hello. I can't tell if this is working yet, so give me 1 second. All right, it's working. Welcome to Dev Ticket Tournament number, don't know, August 2024. Let's do it. It's gonna be a good one, I think. It's gonna be really good. Oh, George is here. Wow. I'm a huge fan of George. I don't know if anyone ever told you guys. Best community manager all time, honestly. The GOAT. The GOAT of community. There's been many communities, but Rivals is the best. The greatest. Oh, slow mode's on? Wait, can we make me a mod of this, George? I want to be a mod of the chat. Or something. I don't know. Whatever I need to not be put in slow mode. Oh boy. So this one's gonna be a little different. Kels is out, so oh, no one's watching yet. I don't have to say anything, but I will still do that. Well, actually, wait. George will tell me. No, I don't want to waste anything. Yeah. George, tell me. All right, people are coming in. People are coming in now. Good. I'll wait for some people to funnel in. Get in this chat before I kick this one off, because it's a little different. A little different today. Just a bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to be told where I'm going to once it's time to actually play. Will this be played on the August beta? I honestly don't know what build we're on. Oh wait, hold on. First, check out this shirt, by the way. Sunny, here with us. Well, she's also like probably in the other room, but she's here on my shirt. I don't know what build this is. It says it was made today. It might have balance changes from today. It might not. Beta's in flux. Got a lot of stuff Trevor's been doing. Trevor went on a trip last week too, so there was work before that. Now he came back this week, and there's been new stuff added. So balance is changing quickly. Once we're in there, if there are if I see the changes, some of the changes we have, I'll call them out. Call out some of the changes, because there is some stuff that's different, especially with floor hugging and SSDI, which is single shift DI, is I believe our official term for it. It's like smash DI, but just one per hit pause. So that and floor hugging are getting some changes this beta, this patch. Let me tell SBS. I'm gonna have to make a lobby so I can play some people. All right. Maybe let's switch the screen over to show the game as well. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Got my beta coins. So cool. All right, move my mouse. Get that out of there. And yeah, this tournament is different because Kels is out tonight, which means instead of our normal production, we're going to be streaming my journey through the bracket. And then once I lose, which will probably be soon because most of the people in this are practicing, and I have not been, then I will try to join some matches. Although, okay, maybe I'm watching one for right now. Oh, I have a round 1 bye because I'm very talented. So instead, I am going to commentate a match. Yay! Woo! So cool. Oh, I need to set myself a spectator. Right, hold on. Ah, can I undo this? Wait, I'm gonna do it again. SBS, or I don't know if SBS is watching the stream. Oh. Oh. I crashed it. My B. Apparently, you're not allowed to do that. You know, video games are hard. First of all. All right. Online. Make sure I toggle myself to spectator this time. I will do it on stream so you guys get to see it. Oh, cool. All right. Toggle spectating. Spectating lobby. Did it. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Somebody, or Cassidy said, I love when devs mess up and go, my bad. Like, yeah, dude, it is. Oh, it's even worse when, like, you play against something frustrating and they beat you with it. And, like, sure, you could be mad at the other player, but you really, as a dev, you really can't. These mechanics are your fault. So, during the last beta, I ran into Kusi online. He's just tech chasing me. And I was like, I don't like this, but we kind of let it happen. Oh, George. Let's go, George. Oh, there is tech chasing changes coming too, but I don't want to speak on them too much because I don't think they're in this build. But the plan is some of that. You know, there's chain grab protection. The plan is to use that also in RTC, so it will continue through tech in specific cases. Right now, the thought is after the 2nd throw instead of the 1st. But we're still experimenting. We'll see what makes it into the beta next week. I don't think that's in this build because Trevor was working on that today. So this build does have floor hugging changes. So let's make sure that that's actually true if I see the visual here. Alright, this build might not. This might be older. But the big floor hug one that we've been experimenting with is that right now, if you just hold down, you floor hug into the ground. And one of the challenges with that we've seen is floor hugging itself is a lot easier than countering floor hugging. So what we've been messing with is making it require a SSDI instead of an automatic SDI to floor hug, which means you'll have to actually get the down input during the hit pause if you want to get a floor hug. Basically making it a bit more skillful to be able to floor hug at those low percents. And then with the caveat that if you do crouch cancel, you can floor hug with ASDI. So if you are actually crouching first. So that's a long-winded way to say that we're messing with just basically making it require a bit more skill to floor hug, but still it's an option on defense. Because yeah, right now I agree that one of the problems with it is as you're learning the game, once you learn that you can just kind of hold down even if you're missed an attack to get out of stuff, it's a lot easier to do it than it is to develop the counterplay. And George, right here on Crag, that's because his namesake, you know, not in the game yet, so George has to pick up other characters. Not surprisingly, he still likes the heavies, so he plays Loxo and Crag in Rivals 2. And he's good with both of them, but I think he likes Crag more in general. Because... oh, no, there is the floor hug changes. So if you guys saw, there's a little white arrow that flashed for a split second on screen. That meant that George SSDI'd. So if you see somebody floor hug at low percents, that means that they got their SSDI down, and you'll see like a little, it's like a little white line right now. Very subtle. Well, not very subtle, but we're going for kind of subtle. We'll still be refining that visual as well, just like basically now crouch canceling and SSDI both have visuals to them. So that's still the crouch cancel, the yellow with the blue. So when you floor hug, or sorry, when you crouch cancel, you'll get both, which is cool. So like if you crouch cancel and you keep holding down through the attack, then you'll get, it will do the crouch cancel visual, and then if you also, it'll also automatically, see, look, you got the arrow too. That's showing that, hey, you're getting a SSDI down as well. And that's because you can get, you don't have to time it if you were floor hugging first, or if you were crouch canceling first. You have to time it if you were doing something else. Yeah, I actually really love the SSDI visual right now because it helps me. It's kind of like, I really like the visual in PM and P+ for L canceling, just the flash, because it like a lot of times in melee it can be, when you're first learning, it's hard to know that you did it. So the SSDI is kind of like that. It helps you if you are learning. Will Clarence mask be toggleable? I don't know where we're at on the mask. One thing that it's Corey, our tech artist, who's been helping on a lot of that kind of like character specific stuff. And my goal, and I believe still his goal, is we still want it to be like a taunt. So like we want there to be a taunt that she takes off her mask, and then the way she'll be designed is like most skins will support it, but not every skin will. So there'll be some skins where you do that taunt and just nothing happens. Like this one, her mask is already off. So like she'll just, nothing will happen. But on ones where she can take the mask off, that'll be like, you'll use that taunt to basically go maskless. But that is not in the game yet. But that's our hope. Can you SSDI with both control stick and C stick? Yes. So you can either use the right stick, which I actually struggle with. Like I thought I would like, oh, I'll just always SSDI on the right stick, and that way I always get it and time it correctly. I find that kind of hard. I think naturally I do DI. You know, if you come from Rivals, you're probably already have DI built into your muscle memory. So the easier way for me to pick up SSDI has been just rolling your stick when you're DIing. So just like starting your DI and then like moving the left stick a little bit in and out of the quadrant to like trigger the SSDI. So that's how I've been trying to implement it so far. But yeah, you can use right stick to get the SSDI and still get regular DI on your left stick. There's like a lot of cool combos you can do to basically implement the SSDI into your game. And the cool thing is with this visual, which will ideally be in the August beta, you'll be able to tell. You'll get feedback on when you're doing it. And George right here, after dropping game 1, in the lead ever so slightly. As I'm mentioning it, it's evaporating. I should not commentate the match. I'm commentator cursing him right now. Oh, got the lead back. Oh yeah, that's a thing in Rivals 1 as well. You really don't want to throw out down special unless they're aerial or you're in some kind of advantage, or you have another hitbox that's like, you know, you lob a rock with neutral lob and then you do down special, because then you know, they can't just for free get the parry on the third spike. That's what you want to avoid when you're playing Crag. And it's still reactable in Rivals too. Like, there's not a lot of moves that are really easy to parry, but Crag down special is one. Oh, you hate to see it. There goes. There goes our hero. Oh, it's a best of 5. The whole thing. Let's go. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's happening. That's okay. They're discussing probably. Yeah, CC and floor hugging are not the same thing. They're like related mechanics, but a little different. CC, luckily now, we have a nice visual. So anytime, if you're not sure, if you didn't see the yellow, like, downward swoop thing, then there was no crouch cancel, right? That always comes out as long as you were crouching before. So like crouch cancel, the way it works is you have to be in crouch when you get hit for it to activate. Floor hugging, it can be anything, right? Like you could whiff a dash attack. They could go to hit you and you could be holding down and you can still floor hug. So floor hugging without CC is ideally going to be harder because you actually have to time it. In the next beta is currently what we're experimenting with. Oh, okay. All right, I play the winner of that, I was told, which is Docs. And I'm gonna win. Simple as that. Because I'm very, very talented. Not at this game, just in general. My talent in life carries me through a lot of games. That's why I'm only really good at games that people don't play. That's why before Rivals 2 launched, I won the tournament, because as soon as people are able to practice, they get better than me. So really, I'm good at just the idea of video games, the concept. And then once people know it, I fall off very hard and very fast. I could play Orcane. Here you can kind of see the characters I play. Kind of a solo, which is odd because in Rivals 1 I was not a one character person. But in this game, I definitely am. Alright, I'm gonna commentate my own match. Be like, we gotta nerf Claren. That's the first thing I noticed so far. Alright, 2%. Sonics, let's go. Timeout. Oh, I thought for sure gonna roll in. Oh, you see that little SDI? I thought he was gonna go for the parry on. Oh, I spot dodged, but down air is very slow. Yeah, so Maple, one thing I've started doing more often is because of the way people play this game, there's a lot of people like to sit at like right outside your range. And I have learned that Maple's forward strong is kind of where people like to sit. So I've just been using forward strong a lot more. Been getting a lot of stocks close off of it, although I've already used it too much because Docs is dodging it now. That's a new Maple change from last beta. You saw my mark went away because I whiffed. Oh, that crossed up the eye. Thought they were gonna jump, so I tried to put the down air out. That was supposed to be an up air. Ah! I don't know how I got tippered there. That was weird. These grabs are good. I gotta stop sitting in shield. Woo! Payback fair was nice. That's what's neutral special. I might be dead here. Nope, I'm amazing. Oh, I'm still amazing. I was supposed to jump. Oh, I was sick. Dude, I'm so talented, dude. So good. Just getting carried by my Raw skills. Oh, Jesus. Whoop. I gotta grab more. Getting shielded a lot. Oh. Oh my gosh, downer off the side. I think that's the first time I've seen that. That was a dash forward down strong, in case you guys were wondering why that looked so embarrassing. But I did not get the dash. Ah! Ah! Oh, I wanted to land it down strong, but I was still on his stun. Ow. Oh, thought I was gonna sweet spot that. All right, now this comeback's real. Not gonna let it happen. What? Oh. Claire's not that heavy. Ow. 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 Oh my gosh, I teched that. Well, threw that one. That's okay. Oh, forgot we have this. Emotes. Yeah. All right. Maple. I don't know. I mean, Maple can kind of play anywhere. Dox was playing very passive at the end of that game to make the comeback, so maybe. Normally I like small stages, but against Claren, probably just go big. Go big. Just throw seeds. Make her approach. That was bad DI. Ow. I should have known that tech in was coming because of where I put Lily. Oh my god. I got out of the Lily very quickly considering the percent. Alright. Oh, I forgot you can't do that one in. inputted, but did not come out. And then I had to do it again. There we saw the SDI on both of those dash attacks. That should have been up tilt. Sometimes I try for F strong if I'm not sure which side they're going to be on, because it hits a little behind you, but the problem with that is it doesn't hit that far behind you. Should have up strong there. Probably would have killed. Too early. Oh, I knew that was coming. Alright, now I gotta do it. So the trick that Dox did to me is... Oh, I'm gonna die to that. Oh, that was amazing. Is to not approach. So, but I'm very bad at that. So let's see if I can do it. Force Claren to approach me. Working so far. Wants to get a kill with a grab, which, oh, that's gonna do it. Which I don't know why he was fishing for grabs at high percent, because unless you're pummeling, you're not getting much off a Claren grab. Alright, GG. Just like that, we're supposed to fall down to the bracket. And I'm already in losers. But also, GG's, GG's. Alright, let's see. Emotes? Wait, where's GG? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. I missed it. I don't think it's best of 5. I don't know. I think it's best of 3. Sorry for the viewing experience. I'm playing very bad right now. I'm playing very spaghetti play. Like it's like last match every time. But it wasn't. It was, or last stock. It was not last stock yet. It was the whole game. But yeah, I haven't had time to practice this game. It's pretty good to practice, it turns out. Pretty good to do that. All right, I'm told to set up a lobby for my losers match. Although the nice thing is, yeah, losers means we get matches right away. So let me switch. And we don't have to wait. In winners, you gotta wait. Who wants to do that? And losers, you just get to keep going. Do you have any news on when the beta's roadmaps will be updated? Good question. I don't know. We're getting closer, right? There's only so many months left in 2024. So, I'll have to talk to George about that, and we'll sync on what we want to do. But maybe with this one coming out, maybe a week or two after. We got PAX West the week after the beta that a lot of the development team's going to be at. So we do have to, we'll be there doing stuff. How can you forgot to set your controls if we just started? I don't think this one's supposed to be go easy on me, because I think we already have a go easy on me, don't we? Yeah. No, this is supposed to be something else. I think these are just temporary. These will be updated before something. Whoop. Did not mean to deselect my character. Alright. Losers bracket, let's go. Alright, so Maple, it's funny because I still think, in my personal opinion, she's one of the best characters in the game. I think she wins most matchups, except the only three that I would say are, you can say are even, or she could potentially lose, is Zetter, who we're playing right now, Claren, who we just played before, and Rano. I think those ones, she probably goes even in all three of those, and then the other matchups, she wins all the rest. Ow. Tried to go for the, oh, really wrap? Bang. Oh, got it. Got the sweet spot. Gotta hold that ledge sometimes. I don't like it, but Trevor did it. He made it happen. That's how the ledge works. And now I gotta play to win. Tournament. I don't want to be that guy. Sometimes I'm that guy. Oh my gosh, that should have killed me. Oh, I'm amazing. Why'd that do a physical hit effect? It was weird. Oh, this might have the new forward throw for Zetter? There's talk, Trevor and I were talking about making it be consume instead of burning. So like if they're not on fire, it's weaker. And I wonder if that's what we just saw. Oh, I thought I had that. God. Lily. Shh, pay attention. Only attack when I want you to attack. Down air? Is that her? Down air is so good. That's very hard to get out of. Well, not hard to get out of, but if you mess it up, you're in trouble. So like the jab reset, every single jab reset, you can roll. You have to do a new left or right stick input though. But the reason it kills so well is because if they do miss that second one, there's a chance they're still holding out. So then when they get hit by the they get hit by something like down strong there, like Beth, she was definitely holding out. I had got the stock deleted very early. I gotta stop leaning on Maple's dash attack. She's got two better options when you're dashing in like that. You got grab, which will get through shield unlike dash attack, and then you also got forward special, which you can is nice because you can do it later, and you can also reverse it depending on what your opponent's doing, so you have like a lot more options. The only reason dash attack's good is because it goes so far. So like against Claren, I was using a lot because I could actually get in even if she was trying to wall me out with her sword. What did I get hit by? That was weird. I will say the shield mark coming off on shield is, oh yeah, see, like it does consume now. Mark coming off on shield is nice, but also it means I gotta play a little differently because I do like to spam my strong attacks on Maple, which is not, it's going to put me in disadvantage if I know they're sitting in shield. Whew. Oh, I did not expect that to go that far. I tried to dash in and grab. I gotta bring this back. I'm down. Almost. Not quite a full stock because I won't die. Oh, yeah, see, like, not on fire doesn't kill. Ow. I don't think that actually had to kill. I think if she had up specialed right away, she wasn't in hit song long enough to die, but it would have been, if I had reacted quickly, I think I could have gotten ledge. Made it very difficult to recover there. Ow. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Amazing. Yeah, I like this. I like this nerf. Now Zetter doesn't just kill you with forward throw. Although, Beth could mix in the special pummel. That would help that a lot. Because now special pummel, it's kind of like Orcane, right? Gets a lot better. Because it synergizes with forward throw. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. That was supposed to be a forward special, but I did not. My brain didn't react in time. Oh my gosh. Ow. Get the down air. Oh my gosh. I was so bad at this game. I was so bad. Will this game have a single button mode like Melee? I don't think we ever did that in Rivals. Maybe. Now I gotta say something. I'm gonna go LOL. I gotta say Maple though. Oh, I had Terry. I might have been in hit stun. I might have been in hit stun that whole time. But also, if I maybe I wasn't, and I could have used Terry. All right, I get to pick now. I like this stage the best. This game so far. It's taking us some time to hit each other. might kill. Oh. I mean, that was an interesting one because if she hadn't and drifted away, I don't actually know. I don't think she would have dodged the F strong, but then drifting away also killed her. So, kind of an interesting choice. I honestly would probably take the F strong there and just make sure you DI well, because then, you know, you still get, you got your wall jump and your up B back. So if you don't die as Aether, you probably have another chance as opposed to, you know, scooting past the legend dying. Dude. Oh, if that had killed me, I would have been so sad. I gotta stop hitting these nairs so high. Alright, ready? Get him, Lily. We got my plant brigade here. Yeah, that's a lot weaker when you don't have fire now. Oh, oop, I'm bad. I feel like she could have maybe, she was high enough to not die. It looked like it to me at least. I would have went for the down B. Well, I don't know if I would have actually, but I feel like she had time to double jump. Maybe just didn't get the input in time. I'm starting to really like first hit back air like that. You can actually combo it into... In Rivals 1, it does a lot of cool stuff. In Rivals 2, it's got different things. But one that I think is in both games is you do the first hit into up special as like a hit confirm at kill percents. Oh, right. See, that's the... That's the... That was a good high recovery. I was going to try to cheese her with Terry. Let's go up. Oh, that air dodge. You got hit by that down B. Whoop. That was a mistake. And I don't have anything. Alright, 142. Let's not go 0-2. We did it! Oh boy! Oh boy! Alright, GG's Beth. Beth just got the emotes in this week. So really, she should win and keep going in the bracket because these are sick. And what's cool about Rivals 2 is we plan on doing a lot more emotes that you can get for all kinds of things. Because in Rivals 1, it was what? There was like ranked, you got them. There was basically like 2 emotes per character to unlock by playing, but now we'll have all kinds of emotes for like, I don't know, events, and they'll just be ones that go up in the shop. So we'll have a lot of different things that you can say over time. Maybe get super specific on some, get some that are just funny. So that's really exciting. Okay. I gotta make a new lobby. Alright, I gotta go to the lobby so I can look at the bands for this one. This one's getting serious. Okay. We probably will do like rare. So all the items in the game have like rarity values is the plan. So you can even see that in the betas. Like there's white is common. It's the same as creatures if you played that game. So like the same 4 rarities as creatures right now. So there will be like emotes of different rarity, but I don't. For some things we know what that means. Like on a skin, like there's set rules on our dev team of like a common is like retextures, a rare is like a new model. Epic is like model, VFX, maybe sound, and it like increases as you go up. But like emotes don't really have anything set other than it's just like kind of how funny they are, I guess, is like gonna impact what rarity they are. All right, I've been playing bad, so let's try retro, see if that improves things. In Dead Ticket Tournament, we usually do. There's like a set stage as round 1 that SPS sets, but I don't know if that's what we're doing today or if we're doing strikes. I think we are doing that. That's SPS what it is if I'm going to select it. Merchant today. Merchant port. Avast, friends. Rest a spell. Have you ever heard of the Polakai Islands? They all share the same legend. See, the gods were warring all over Aether, savvy? Alright, so Crag is a problem in this game. Just in general. He's like one of the few characters where like you can basically play like you're playing Rivals 1 and probably still win a decent amount of matches with just his specials. But just like in Rivals 1, kind of bad against people who just rush him down. So you just like don't want to give him space. That's supposed to be a down air. Oh my gosh. There you saw the SSDI. He's trying to get away from my jab. I should parry that. Alright, so forward special is really good against a lot of characters, but especially Crag on landing, because you can, with a hitbox, go under his attacks. Oh, I really want that nair. Oh, I can't believe I got that forward tilt in. That's why you don't ledge special when your opponent is not either airborne or in knockdown. That spot dodge seemed late, but still got it. I think I grabbed late. Ow. Get him, Lily. That's supposed to be a dash grab, but instead I just stayed still. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the other thing that Maple's got that's really good is just like having a fast jab in this game is very important. Because not just out of... Oh, I'm bad. I was dashing away and I did not adjust my parry time based on that. Might kill? Does. Good, 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 good. We need those. Oh, jeez. Ow. got the back hit. That was sick. Oh, jeez. Off the rock. Out of there. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. That was supposed to be a parry. Gives a liar sometimes. That is really hard to catch the TI. Are galaxy screens a possible cosmetic? Maybe, honestly. Yeah, so like we're gonna have so many things we're doing at launch that have already like been set up as cosmetic, but I'd love to add more stuff as time goes on. But we don't have the purple screen planned right now. The thing is, it's like a lot of the stuff we have to be careful about, like not breaking visibility when we add stuff. Let's go. Okay, let's see. What is their bans? Wait, I ban. Oh, right. As a Maple main, I'm very sad because my bans are always the same, which is like makes me aware that we probably do need to change our stage layouts, because I ban Harbor and Armada every single ban because you need a wall to recover as Maple, unfortunately. And as the person who, you know, well, actually Armada, I don't know, that might have been a Trevor layout, but I definitely designed Harbor, and my bad. Off the rock, got the hit. Ow, ow. Oh my gosh, got those between my two jabs, which is actually very difficult against Maple. That might be it on Crag, maybe not. That pillar got me that combo. Also Crag, one of the best like breaking shield in Rivals 2, honestly, especially at my skill level. People better than me might see it more, but at my skill level, not that common. But Crag can do it. That was bad DI by me. I feel like he probably should have been able to finish the stock there. Oh, I'm Maple. Oh, I might be dead here. Oh, I'm not. Oh, that was not supposed to be a taunt. I should have done let you get a parry there instead of shield. Could have gotten. Oh, all right. There. Oof. You take those. No purple, but still killed. Ow. Maple's ledge attack is so far, which helps me in a lot of situations. Ah! Oh, that almost worked. Just need to space it a little better to cover tech in place. should have been up strong. I think that would have killed. Oh, almost got the kill anyway. Oh, roll back. Oh, I didn't tech that. Got me. That was weird. Ow. Do not like this damage. Do not like this. That should not have been dash hack. That might be enough. Whew. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oh, don't you know. That reminded me of my first game of the tournament, but instead of throwing it away, I did it. I hit him with forward strong. Oh boy. Let's send a message. Good game. Gone. Didn't guess anything else. That's it. All right, we're still in it. We still get to spectate more tournament. Oh boy. I play Trevor now? That's the 3. Who'd Trevor lose to? The heck? The heck? The flip? Every week that goes by, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna play this game and practice and get better, and then something happens. Like there's a baby is in my house, and he's like needs food and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do that. All right, public lobby. And now I have to play Trevor in losers, whatever round this is. It's just, you know, it's a lot. Trevor, though, kind of like me in Rivals 1, right? Because Trevor's really good. There was a period in time in Rivals 1 where I was good at the game, as in when Early Access launched. But I played every character, because every time we made a new character, I would play it. And then Trevor's kind of like that, where it's like he's good. He's just a raw talent at platform fighters in general, but he doesn't have like a main. So like it's kind of problematic because like when you do need to play your best, you can always be second guessing like his character choice. Oh, I hate Claren. Hello. Good luck. Okay. Thank you. This is my last game. For sure. Because I'm going to one and done him. One and done. Alright, so last time I played a Claren, my problem wasn't grabbing enough, and I died more than I killed the other Claren. So if I can just fix those two problems. Dude, how did he grab me during... Oh, I grabbed him, dude. Oh, the one time I go for a spot dodge is the first time he uses an attack that has lingering hitbox. Really neat. Oh man, I should have tried to go for a little sneaky ledge grab there. Oh, I was not dying that well at all. I should not have gone for the up tilt there. I knew he was going to sit a shield. Nice. Yeah, I should have done 2 Terrys if I wanted to get up attack, just to mess up the timing of his little dash dance thing he was doing. Oh, that almost connected. That would have been a nice early close. Whoop. Trying to catch these F-Strongs right at ledge if I can. Because I do kind of need an early stock now. Might be enough. Yeah, that's enough. The only reason the back hit of that connected was because it hit Lily. That's funny. Ah! Oh, alright, Trevor. We take those. I made a mistake. Did not need to do that. Also did not think I was going to get hit by forward strong forward like that if I went through. Almost. Game 1 goes to your hero, the main character on the stream. Oh man, the devs are falling off. I don't even, if Trevor's playing me at this tournament, then, or this match, then I don't even know. Just Jamie's probably left past us right now. All right, one and done. GG's, Trevor. No, just kidding. Hold on, I gotta message him. But he probably knows my bands already. Yeah, okay, good. Honestly, this is great for me because I think Maple wins this matchup. So the Loxodon choice? I love it. Oh, I should not have rolled into that. Almost. Tried to sneak it in. Oh, that's stupid. Alright, we got this, we got this. I ain't worried. That's what you get when you SDI up. Well, that went really far. This makes sense. Loxodon's very big. Oh. Getting a little bodied right now by this Loxodon, I'll be honest. Now, alright, the up tilt is different from what he normally does, but I like it, but I don't like that I'm getting hit by it. Oh my gosh. Alright, we can still do this though. This is still very possible. Why does he parry Lily? Does he not know how? Alright, so he's not jumping through flats after me. He's playing very patiently, which is what's helping him. That means I gotta get back to the ground. Keeps getting just out of these up theirs. We got this, guys. Maple journey. Maple story. Oh. God damn it. No. That was terrible. If you had invincibility, I don't know why I hit A. I'm bad. Alright, maybe he'll stay locked up though. That'd be sick. Alright, we gotta go retro. The Oh, I hate Rana, dude. I don't know if he bans anything. I don't think he cares. Alright, so Rano. I gotta be able to edge guard him. That's the only way I'm gonna win. I take that. This game's a liar sometimes. Alright. Oh, I hate Rana, dude. Almost had that one. Grab my jab there. I guess it's fair. I'm surprised I killed. I'm not edge guarding him. I lied. My path to victory was true, and I didn't follow through. I keep thinking he's grabbing stage with these tongues, but then they hit me. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Whoopsies. I hate Rana, man. Alright, GG's, Trevor. GG's. Yeah, I wish he stayed Loxa. That was much more doable. I'm surprised he even went Loxa when he was down in the set. That was insane. He was laying up. He gave me an alley-oop to knock him out of tournament, and I didn't dunk it. He was like, "Here you go, Dan. Here's your layup," and I was like, "Let me just get hit by Loxodon's meatball 1,000 times instead of dunking it." He wanted me to win. Yeah, I think on Maple, really, like, Trevor can probably beat me pretty handedly with Rano and Zetter and maybe Claren. But I think everybody else would be harder for him. Like I said, I don't know if Maple struggles against those three, but I definitely struggle against those three. I do think Maple struggles too, as well, but I personally struggle even more. I guess I'm making lobbies for people to join. Rano, why do I hate Rano? Because he is hard to play against as Maple, and Maple's weight means that she dies early and gets comboed. So like, if Rano just picks you up near the corner and hits you with back air, fair. Not only do you die off the side early, but he can also edge guard Maple. So he's just got a lot. He's got a lot good against Maple, I think. And he's not a floaty. I think Maple's pretty good against floaties because her up air and her down tilt combo for a really long time, but he can just DI out, tech away, jab. Who's playing Trevor next? We will find out soon. Maple dies later than Rano. They're probably similar weights, yeah. So everyone's weight is like 2. All right, toggle spectating. It's 2 values, right? It's basically how quickly do they fall in hit stun, like what's their hit stun gravity, and then what's their weight value. So Maple has like a low weight value, and then a high, not high, but like above average or average, about either above average or average hit stun gravity, which means she's a good combo weight, right? Like a lot of like generic combos still work on her, but then because her base KB is lower, then like when it is time to kill, that's when she dies. So compared to Rano, if you measured a bunch of attacks center stage when they die off the top, she probably dies later off the top than Rano, because I think Rano's hit stun gravity is a little floatier than Maple's. But if you're close to the blast zone, I think she dies earlier than Rano, because she has a lower base weight value. All right, so we got Bunters, who I played against, I don't know, sometime this week when I was testing some stuff, and I got worked. So Bunters may be better than Jamie at Crag now. New best Crag in the Dev Ticket tournament. Jamie had been the king Crag for, oh, I don't know, 2 years now? Gabe on our team, another artist like Jamie, tried to challenge for King Crag Even Diego put his hat in the ring, our lead animator for King Crag. But Jamie always took it back. SBS and Trevor would play Crag as a secondary, try to be like, I'm the best Crag, and nope, even that could not best Jamie. But now in this tournament, Jamie's out. And I think lost the Bunters, which means this is the new best Crag. You heard it here first. Trevor's getting worked. What? This is right. Well, I mean, the game is pretty matchup important too. I mean, Trevor plays every character. If I'm Trevor, I try to play the matchup. I would go Raster or Zetter versus Crag. Those two characters. Probably Zetter, because Raster, I think you gotta be okay. Well, he's gonna go Raster, but Raster, I think you need to, one, practice more, and two, you need to be like, to win as Raster in Rivals 1 and 2, as long as you're like a little bit better than your opponent at like, not just the game, but like video games. As long as like you're a little better, you can probably beat them with Raster. But if you're not, man, Raster gets blown up. And you can't make many mistakes on Raster. As many mistakes. That's why I like Zetter if you're against Crag, because it's like you can make a couple more mistakes, but you can still KO Crag early, which is what a lot of characters struggle with. Like even Maple sometimes has issues killing Crag. But as long as you light Crag on fire, he's still going to die to Zetter burn. Do you think it'll be extra modes like break the target, home run contest, things of that nature? Yeah, we might add stuff like that. We still, so right now we don't have any active development on story mode. We paused that back when, right when the Kickstarter wrapped up, just because we didn't really have the money to get this game to a launch state and do story mode at the same time. But we still have all our designs and we still want to bring back story mode. We'll probably honestly update the design a little bit on like a reboot, because we would have like new team members working on it. One thing that we've been thinking about lately is like the whole game is run through SnapNet, our netcode. So like if we want to, you know, if we did some story mode, would we want it to be single player or co-op? Those are the kinds of choices we'll be looking at when we reboot it. So that's still a goal, and we still want to do something really cool, especially for people new to the genre. It's just going to take us some time to basically make sure the competitive players are happy with this, and then add features that will, you know, help more people get into the game. In terms of like little modes, like break the targets, home run contest, I'd like to, yeah. It might be fun to do a couple of those as like the first task, you know, hire some people in to help with story mode, and then instead of going right into story mode, we do, you know, like some of those easier bite-sized. Break the targets is a really good one that we'd like to have in. Even if it could be like a part of arcade mode in the future would be nice. So I wouldn't say, right now we're not planning for it, but I wouldn't say it's impossible that we do some of those modes. Yo, let's go, Trevor. He's down a hefty amount right now, though. Woof. Which character would you say is the most of Aether? I think when we put every character into this engine, well, just in general, I don't know. There's lots of characters. Orkane might be the most rival to see because he's got the most going on. But when we put characters in the engine, I would say Crag was the one who felt the most. His disadvantage state feels different in Rivals 2 because he's got attack so much, right? But his advantage and his neutral felt almost identical to Rivals 1 as soon as we dropped him in. Is there going to be tutorials at launch? As of right now, no. We do not have time to make tutorials because our tech that we were building tutorials with was also the same tech as story mode. So like the way the levels were loaded and kind of how the dialogue boxes and everything was displayed. And that we had not gotten to a shippable point yet. So there won't be like character tutorials in game. But again, going back to like what would we do first, I definitely think we want to get tutorials in before, you know, a full chapter 1 of like a story mode. I do think, since Trevor plays so many characters, I do think Zetter is his best character to play against people who played a lot of Rivals 1. Because when he plays Raster and other characters, like if he's playing someone who came from another Smash game, he can do cool stuff that they haven't seen and kind of blow them up as those characters. But people who played Rivals 1, they've seen it already. Like, I remember Trevor's Raster at Genesis against Kusi didn't do too good. And that's because, you know, Kusi knows what Raster wants to do. But his Zetter is enough like fundamentals and kind of just like enough pure aggression that, yeah, I think it works for him against people who are good at Rivals. He's struggling to get this first stock off though. Gotta find a kill. He should use the new forward throw. Shine grab. Shine grab, forward throw. You can't hear me though. We're not on call. Would it be possible to at least have character moves lists that are easy to access? We're not planning on doing character moves lists in game, but it's a good idea. We do have ideas on what we can do at launch, because we don't have you know, in-game tutorials. So like talking about making some character guide videos and things of that nature that we can maybe link to from the game. So we'll have some resources for people new, but it's definitely something where we want to improve that or new player experience as we go. Do you have to be connected to the internet to play the game? You have to be connected to the internet to play online. But no, we need to have an offline mode because we're going to be at tournaments, which generally do not have internet. So all of your inventory though, that's going to be in this game. So if you guys saw in the betas, the stuff you're buying from the shop, so you got to connect to the shop. Oh, Trevor's out, dude. Devs are washed. This used to be the dev ticket tournament. It used to be like Jamie versus Trevor in grand finals, or Trevor versus one of the super backers in grand finals. Now Trevor's out at 4th? I don't even know what this is. 4th? Yeah. And we're washed, dude. We're washed. I used to get 4th. And 3rd. No, mostly 4th. Let's be honest with myself. And now I got 5th. Tied for 5th. So I'm on the down. I already peaked. Oh, so you do have to be online. So all your stuff, all your progression's online. So like we are working on that. Like you're not going to be able to like do the player progression offline, so you can still play matches, but you can't like get experience towards your characters offline. But we're gonna see how much stuff you can access offline. Like if you got skins, I don't know if you'll need to be online to access them yet. We're working on trying to have like a little bit of, oh wait, no, I lied about this. Vin is a developer right here, rare. In winners finals. What was I talking about? I was smack talking developers when I forgot that our pride and joy, our savior, the developer savior, the messiah of the developer team, is in winners finals right now. And Vin is going to carry us to new heights that Trevor could never dream of. Where's the new best dev? Right here. Rano, of course it's fucking Rano. No, he does fight Rano, and his Rano's very good. Rare's a new best dev. Let's go, Rare. It's up to you. But yeah. So offline mode will be. We're gonna improve offline mode as we go. It's kind of because we're using PlayFab. We kind of have to build like our own tech for it. So think of it like Steam has an offline mode, right? Where like certain features work and certain features don't work when you're offline. That's our end goal. At launch, it might be a little not as good as it should be, right? It might just be like, hey, you can still play, but like, you know, you got to go online to access your skins and icons and stuff like that. But then over time, we're going to improve it. So like, yeah, you can still access stuff. You just can't get new stuff without going on the internet. Who designed Rano moveset wise? That was a Trevor and Dan character. So Trevor's, ever since Ori, designs most of characters normal attacks. And I do specials. So like a lot of the toxic stuff is my fault. Rano, Trevor did a lot of the normals. Like on a lot of characters, we kind of like, we break it up. Like Eliana, I did a lot of normals. Trevor did almost all the normals on Rano, but then I did specials. Trevor did all of Claren. Trevor did Ori's normals. Sylvanos, I think Trevor just did like, maybe like half of those normals of Trevor. But yeah, Rano still has enough. Like Rano was sitting in the to-do list long enough that I would say it's like I would still call Rano like a Dan character, even though Trevor did do a lot of work on Rano. But Claren, Fleet, Loxodon, those are all Trevor's characters. Save states in game. Yeah, save states and training mode is getting improved. Shoutouts to Walls on our team, a programmer who started in June, I believe, who's working with Kels on, first was doing the camera tool. So if you guys are content creators, like, you can be thankful for Kels and Walls for working on that. But Walls is now working on some training mode stuff. So we'll see how much we get in August. But there will be more training mode features and save states. Yes, we'll make sure we have a shortcut key that you can press on your controller or your keyboard, right? They'll both have a shortcut so you can do quicker testing without having to bring up the menu every time you want to load a state, because that's not really conducive to using it well. Be able to set damage. Yeah, damage is coming in April. Some CPU options, very limited, because Trevor's still working on the CPU right now, so like the CPU doesn't have everything it would have in Rivals 1 yet. But I saw Walls has already done like sit and shield. I think the last thing he showed me was he was working on out of shield options. So like, you know, if you hit them, they'll up special immediately out of shield on buffered. So lots of cool practice stuff coming in, and we'll hopefully get even more for launch. But I'm excited to see how people like the tools for the August beta. La Reina be a Dan character or Trevor character? So workshop characters are like neither, right? Like we consider them, the core of them is the original creator. So La Reina is Sabi, and I'm blanking on the other creator's name. But yeah, La Reina is their character. All the workshop ones from Rivals 1. So like Malo's Geek character. We definitely are involved in, even in Rivals 1, like bringing the characters into the moveset had a lot of changes, so that was both Trevor and I. And I think we had ones that we were more involved on. I remember Trevor did a good amount on Hodon, bringing him to Rivals 1. I was definitely like more partial to Olympia, so we have our characters we like, but no, those are the creators' characters. When would we expect La Reina to drop? We don't have a date yet, but she's the pipeline, like characters take a long time. They take like maybe 6 to 8 months from when we, probably even more than that, maybe like 8 to 10 months from when we get the model to like when they're playable. So like we have characters in development before La Reina. I think we even said like back in the Medium post, La Reina would be character, what is it, 15 to 20, in that range. And we're launching with 10. So there'll be some time before La Reina gets in the game, but I want her in soon because she's gonna be sick. I don't really play grapplers in traditional fighters very much. I usually play, yo, let's go Trevor, or I mean Vin. I forgot. I was gonna say Trevor because he's playing Rano. Yeah, this is why Vin is our new messiah. I even called him Trevor because I'm so used to Trevor being the dev carrying us, but now we have a new savior, and Vin's gonna carry us to grand finals if the winner of this goes to. And Onyx and Savi are the creators of thanks George for reminding me, sorry, of La Reina. So that's their character. I think I like playing grapplers in platform fighters. So I remember when I first got Ultimate, I wasn't good with Incineroar. I think George was actually playing Incineroar against me, but I was like, this character is so sick. And just I honestly just like the personality of Incineroar, just like the flexing after animations during like the ISA frames. It's like so clever. And I'm like, man, I wish I came up with that. And it like, because this just feels good, it's satisfying. But yeah, I do like grapplers in platform fighters. Mostly because the reason I like grapplers and just kind of grabbing like in general in platform fighters is like it gives you opportunities to try to use alternate strategies to like catch up to someone better than you, because a lot of times, especially as rivals got older, most of the people I'm playing against are better than me at the game. So like I played a lot of Crag in Rivals 1 because it's like I needed a character who could kind of give me more opportunities to like play neutral and catch up, try to close the gap. Because if I tried to play a character like Maple in Rivals 1, I would just get 3-stocked at tournament. Whereas Crag, I could stay alive long enough to bring it back. And everybody has to shield. That's the thing. You know? Even Cake Salt's going to put up a shield. So playing a grappler with a special, the grab special, like Loxodon's forward special, hey, you're going to hit that at least once before you get 3-stocked. You have to press jump to up B and up smash out of shield. In Rivals 2, you don't have to jump if you don't want to do out of shield options, because what we programmed was the shield release state has the same rules as jump squat. So the same things you can do in jump squat, you can do in shield release. So all you have to do is drop shield and hit up B, and you can do, now to get it frame perfect, you know, I guess it's one frame later. I don't know actually if it is, but to get it perfect it's like a bit harder, right? You have to like time the input perfectly, because if you're too early you'll get and you're still holding shield, you'll get parry. But that being said, you can still jump and do the option as well, which, you know, if you're coming from Smash, you might prefer to do that input because it feels more natural. But no, you don't have to like claw or double button press to do out of shield options if you don't want to. You can up strong during shield release and up special. Oh my gosh. Bonthers. Cooking this frog. Frog legs. Game 4. Bunter's up. 2-1. Why not do the Nasby ult method where you can just press it? Because we have parry out of shield, and because the C stick has shortcuts. That's why we don't have it right now. I wouldn't be opposed to trying it, but the reason that we don't let you do it during shield and it's shield release is because if you hit B during shield, you do parry, and if you do C stick up during shield, you jump. And people like those inputs, and people are used to having to use jump in a game like Melee to do out of shield options. So that is why it works the way it currently does. Is this Grands? No, it's one away from Grands. We got CD, I think. Evil Noir is his stream tag. Sitting in Grand Finals. Probably playing Claren, maybe playing Locks. I don't know. We followed my journey to the bracket, which was actually not as short as it could have been. I could have definitely lost to Beth, and it would have been a very, very brief tournament run. But instead, I lost to Trevor, and I got 5th place. In case you were wondering what happened to your hero, me, 5th place. In Melee, you don't have to consciously press jump, so you can't turn tap jump off. True that. Good point. You can turn tap jump on in Rivals 2 and do it, though. Just saying. If you wanted to. I think we still need to like improve tap jump a little bit before launch. It's a little awkward when I have tested it. But you could still do that. Will a future slide parry option require me to add a parry bind? I already run out of other buttons on the controller. You can play Orcane if you want one. He's got the, you can do the turnaround without a parry button. Turnaround parry, because you go through shield first. I don't know. I'll talk to Trevor about that. Because I don't really like that you go through shield stop as well, but I don't know how to solve the issue currently. Because it depends on how far, like, it's really like a player intent issue. Like, you could say, hey, if you're only in shield for X amount of frames before the parry comes out, then like give them their speed back before they did the combo. But then it's like, well, what if you did want to do a quick shield stop parry? That's impossible then. Oh no, Vin, not like this. So it is a balance in terms of setting the controls to capture player intent without making options that currently exist impossible. Oh no. I mean, good for bunters. Oh, that's how it already works. I remember we discussed it, but I didn't know if that ever got implemented. The speed restoring. Yeah, see, look, we're geniuses. We already do that. So yeah, just make sure you hit the parry button fast enough that you don't, that you can get your speed back or something. Person who asked about sliding parry. Let's go, Vin. Still good. 3rd place. Well, wait. If we were saying Vin's the messiah though of the dev team, I mean, he only got 1 round further than Trevor. So, you know, next tournament, Vin, 1st place. Definitely. Easy. Put it on your, schedule it. 1st place. Rare. I'm going to make a lobby. Oh, my question was hoping you guys didn't make it. I don't know how many frames it is. Trevor's in the chat. He can tell you how many frames you have to input spectating, to input the B button to get your speed back. But I imagine it's some. All right, here we go. This is Grand Finals, Dev Ticket Tournament. the ticket part is bolded now because these. Well, no, Bunters is from off-brand, so it kind of counts as a dev, right? Never adopted them into our. But now it's off-brand versus ticket. No devs. No Aether Studios devs. We don't need screen shake. The camera movement is nauseating enough. What are we talking about? I think the camera's pretty good right now. Is there a reason using skins requires a connection to Wi-Fi? I've been to some locals even during weekends without the cool skins because it says we're offline. Yeah, so right now the reason is because your entire player inventory is through PlayFab. And if it wasn't, there'd be a lot of issues with like making sure it's actually synced correctly, and then you know eventually our goal is to, oh my gosh, this match so far, our goal is to like eventually bring this game to other platforms and have it all work together. So like if you wanted to be able to have your inventory exist in multiple places, like it kind of needs to be handled by, you know, this third-party service that we're using. But we can ideally do some kind of offline mode. The challenge for us is like, as a small team, like how do we make one that's not just, you know, people can just like have all the skins unlocked, right? Because there's ability to access some. But we're not crazy concerned. We just want it to work in a way that's good. A basic offline mode that we can add. So that's one of the challenges that Tom on our team is working on, who since he started set up so much of our online stuff. So Tom worked on some of the Guilty Gear games, doing their lobby and their netcode improvements, rollback, and he's been doing a lot of the back-end structure for Rivals 2, which we've been building in PlayFab. So one of the things on his to-do list before launch is what we call offline mode V1, which is just try to get people's skins accessible. Icons and other stuff I don't really care about, right? Because it's like you can't display an icon to anyone when you're offline anyway, so it'll just be skins is what we're looking at. Oh my gosh. Let's go CD.
You don't deserve power.
And CD, you know, destroying us in the last, I don't even know, 5 months of DevTech tournaments, whenever we started back in April, 4 months, you know, just kind of showing us, one, how good Loxodon is, but more importantly, showing Trevor directly how good Loxodon is, because you see it in the patch notes, ladies and gentlemen. No, we don't think Loxodon's like a, you know, the best character in the game or anything, but any of the fixes we put in for Loxo have been because he has stuff that's kind of annoying to play against. Difficult, even if you know how to counter it. That's the biggest thing. It's like, if you know how to counter a strategy and you know what they're going for, if you know how to counter it and you know they're going for it and you're still struggling, right? Like, you know, like they're spamming up tilt, for example, and they're trying to catch you on, oh my gosh, either side. They're trying to vortex you and you can't get out of it. That's when we got to look at, you know, the attacks and see what we can do to add counterplay. Right now, though, CD is working it. Yo, really good recovery by Bunters. It's just kind of sad when your sick recovery is you're still losing on your last stock and your opponent's on their first stock. Let's go. Bunter's there showing off how to use your ledge invincibility to edge guard, which is an important, but then CD just ends it. JB3, I didn't see if he got hit. Felt like he didn't get hit. That game was nuts, by the way. Clip the whole thing. The whole thing was a clip. Oh no, didn't go for the second one. Honestly, McLaren's looking good. Versus the Loxo. I'm liking it. The SD was unfortunate. Look at all these SSDIs trying to get back to the ground. But yeah, with this new visual that is in the August beta, you too can be like, no longer must you ask yourself, wow, did I hit that SSDI? No, you can look and know and say, wow, I didn't hit any of these. I need to practice that. SSDI in on the forward tilt didn't really help. I could see it being useful depending on the spacing. Oh my gosh, purple from that low. Go Bunters. Can bring this back, I believe. Okay, well, that makes it a little harder, but still possible, right? The visual is those little arrows right now. Still, you know, still working on it. Might get some changes at some point, but right now it's the little like fast forward thing that appears when you, it's right after hit pause because it only gets applied at the end of hit pause. And it shows you your direction that you SSDI'd. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Oh no. DI'd the forward throw out. Looks like both hits out. So you got time after the toss up. If you DI that out, you get hit by the head of the axe. That's gonna kill you. But you can switch your DI before it hits you and at least DI the axe hit correctly. But it looks like Bunter's held out the whole way, and that will kill you. If you DI that both hits of that out, you're gonna die. You're gonna go outer space. All right, that's the whole tournament. Congrats, CD. Potentially did not. I don't have the bracket in front of me. I should open it. But maybe didn't even drop a game. Let's see if that's true. Let's go find out if that is an accurate statement. Because if he didn't, then guess what? More Loxodon nerfs for this beta. Woo! But maybe. Let's see. Oh, nope. Dropped the game to Smookatelli. Let's go, Smookatelli. Taking one off CD. Dropped the game to Vin. The Dev Messiah. Did not drop a game to Bunters. The Claren was looking good though. The Claren I think had a better shot than the Crag. It felt like, to me at least. Felt real. All right, let me answer a couple questions, and then I'm going to head out. Yeah, patch notes are gonna be who did Trevor play against? I don't know if Trevor played a Loxo, so you know, maybe Loxo will be fine. Crag nerfs. I saw that. I saw the Bunter's elimination. He beat my Maple, so we should probably buff Maple too. How do you feel about tweaking moves across the cast to better beat / punish CC? I mean, yeah, I think it's like a multi-pronged attack. Right now in this build, like just the fact that it's a lot harder to floor hug because you have to SSDI as opposed to ASDI is gonna make it feel a lot different than the previous beta. It also makes CC like more important because you have to crouch first to get an ASTI down. Because a lot of times when people are complaining about floor hugging, you go watch their clip and there was no CC at all, right? No one ever crouched because they're just holding down after, they get hit by something, one move, and then they just keep holding down. So it's all floor hugging, right? So floor hugging being a little harder will make those less often, especially at like the middle skill levels where people are running into issues. Especially because hit pause is so short on a lot of these weak moves that like it's going to be difficult to consistently hold down. I think Trevor set it up so you can still floor hug like a jab because there's no scaling. So there's like a little bit of distance you can ASTI down by default. Or maybe moves without scaling are set to let you floor hug it, but like all the tilts, even if they have like small scaling, you're going to have to SSDI it. When custom colors are added, will it be possible to make recolors with paid skins? Yeah, so custom colors right now, like the tech is getting there, right? In terms of like being able to support it. The biggest issue is like all of the organization and UI is what we don't have time to do for launch. So like we're not launching with custom colors. In terms of like the question is, would we be able to use it on skins? We plan on like just recently. So like as in the last month, we said, hey, we are going to try to do some palette logic. So like every skin, comes with the 4 colors. We want to do like, some additional colors. Rivals 1, for example, had a lot of characters had like a purple tint or a black and white tint. So we do want to introduce palettes as like a cosmetic option, which just add an additional color to your, well, in the character case, your default outfit, right? But the tech is built to support skins as well. So like we want to be able to add palettes. So like if your favorite skin is Axolotl or Kane, maybe in the coin shops, you can buy it with coins or whatever. There is a, purple Axolotl or Kane palette that can be purchased. Maybe there's another palette for some of the more popular skins. So like that's something that we want to be able to support, and like it's going to be our artists who are making those for now. But it's kind of using like the same tech that custom colors will use eventually. But since we don't have it, we just want to make sure like we can do some stuff. Are we planning character lines and announcer on the CSS? We've talked about it. I mean, one of the reasons that like we don't have a lot of VO in game is that like thematically the game is a little like Smash is definitely like, like a show, like a, breaking the fourth wall style of world, right? Like all these characters are brought here for this like staged battle. So like the game and go stuff makes sense. Our game is a little bit more, set in universe. Like the fighting is actually set. So that's like why we haven't pursued it thus far. But it's something I would want. We just got to make sure we have the time and the budget to like get someone in who's good and do all the characters, do all the in-game stuff. So I would love to try an announcer, but the reason we haven't pursued it off the back is because it's a little removed from like our current theming of the game. Has the creator of the Axolotl or King gotten a raise yet? Good question. I don't know if that was Jamie or Gabe who made it. They're both gonna DM me right now and be like, I made it. But yeah, it's a good point. We should totally do that. That skin actually, that skin idea has been around since like in Rivals 1. I had written it down because I saw somebody do, I don't know, remember if it was fan art or it's just like a cool Axolotl, and I was like, that looks like Orcane, and I like saved it in this reference folder, and like the date on it is like 2017 on the image, which is like well before Rivals 2 was even a thing. I don't think I was planning on trying to do it in Rivals 1, right? Like a full reskin like Panda Atlas. I think I saved it because I was like, hey, if we do Rivals 2 eventually, this would be cool. But yeah, then our team crushed it. Um, would it be possible to add an input to force either the main or secondary music track on a stage? Yeah, we want to do some sound stuff. We don't have it budgeted for launch right now, but yeah, I'd love to do like being able to set tracks to what you want and like probability even. The reason it's a little like our planning is like a little not as clean as Smash is like we have songs for stages that were kind of set up in the initial design document that we worked on with like Rezo Force, but then like each character as they get added needs a song as well. And then so it's like not all like if you look at the launch roster, we have Zetter, Clarin, and Loxodont, and they're all kind of sharing Fire Capital right now. So there's like a lot of songs we could use there, but then like eventually, you know, we want to have, you know, Clarin have whether it's a stage or a stage skin, something where, you know, Neo Fire Capital, for example, we'd like to have in the game. So then it's like, will that song get moved out of Fire Capital? So yeah, I think we want to have some controls where people can like set which music they like. But the music's also going to get spread around differently as we add more, you know, content to the game. Because it's not like ideally not all the fire characters are like sharing the same stage as the game gets older. Any plans for training mode inside of the character select screen like Rivals 1? We want to do that. The only reason we haven't so far is because it's much harder in a 3D game. Like you got to load so much more assets to have like the full character playable, especially like loading and unloading. Because in Rivals 1 you can like change which characters you're playtesting with, and there's also like a bot that you can hit. So that's the only reason we haven't yet. I want it for... It is listed as a post-launch feature. It's actually been listed as a post-launch feature since, I don't even know, probably like a year or two ago. I remember when we were first doing a list of features and Trevor was like, yeah. He's like, it'd be nice, but probably post-launch. Just because it's a lot more work. Will there be more artists, specifically 2D artists, like concept artists, needed in the future? I think so. Yeah, probably. So on Aether Studios and Rivals, we've worked with like a variety of artists. You know, we've had artists, you know, that come in and are kind of full-time part of the studio. We've also have artists who work for us part-time, and they have other projects that they're doing, some of our concept artists. And then we've also hired artists for like shorter stints. So like a lot of our trailers will work with an artist online and just commission a single piece that is a way that we've interacted. So like the Kiki flip note, if you saw the Maple trailer, and then Chips Go Wah is the artist who did, or Chips Go Woe, sorry. Chips Go Woe is the artist who did the Orcane trailer. So that's something that we're always kind of doing. So we're always like online looking at artists, especially that a lot of those people we find is just through my Twitter. So like if I see art that I like, you know, just follow the person, and then eventually we have an idea that fits. And then we've also worked with some art studios on Rivals 2 in the past, which was really great because we worked with the company Fireball Studio, who's based in France, and they have a team of artists. And that was awesome because we worked with them for I think like 5 months in a row, and we got a ton of the concept art, you know, for multiple parts of the game. So a lot of stage concept art was created by them. We got some skins ideas from them. We got a lot of story mode concept art from them. So honestly, the only reason we stopped working with them is we were low on budget, especially for art stuff. So like that's something we'd like to do post-launch. So not specifically like we'd be hiring, you know, I guess, yes, we'll be looking at portfolios and stuff, but like the biggest way that you could get into Rivals would be, you know, have a good social media presence, be posting stuff on Twitter. You know, if you make cool art, Rivals art, you can tag me in it. Probably do it in the reply, so it's not on the base. don't tag me on the base tweet. Just so I can see it, I can follow you. because like especially if you have a specific style that you do, that's pretty unique. Like I could totally see us commissioning for like maybe a set of icons or something like that for the game, where it's like, hey, this person does a really cool like woodworking style, like fake, it's digital art, but it looks like a very specific style. Like that kind of stuff we would be totally wanting to, either commission or bring people in full time. But I don't know if we're going to put jobs up on the website right away, because honestly, right when we launch, we'll probably be dealing with, like the game, putting out any fires that the game's having will be our first priority. It probably won't be till 2025 that we're really thinking about new content. Are there any Easter eggs in the outskirts of stages? I don't think there really are. The reason we don't have as much like cool stuff on the stages is right now we don't have an environment artist on the team. So we had two working on the game who built the 10 stages. It was Ty Walker and Mason, who built all 10 of them. Like I said, a lot of them had concept art from different areas. Ty left, I think, like 2 years ago now, and then Mason, when we paused story mode, that was his main area that he was contributing at that point, because we weren't planning on really having more stages at launch. So unfortunately, we had to let him go then too. So like we haven't really like put in a lot of extra details on stages. So that's why if you've been playing the betas or even since Genesis, you've seen the stages have kind of all stayed the same. Our goal is that, once we launch, we'll be hiring ideally 2 environment artists again. I think that worked really well when we had a 2-person team. And we'll be adding, ideally new stages, potentially stage skins, things like that. Maybe adding some more, going back and updating some of the stages that don't look as polished as some of our later ones. I think Ty and Mason did a really good job on like, Merchant Port, and some of our final stages had a lot more, time than like Fire Capital and Air Armada and some of our early stages. But yeah, that's where stages is at. We want to expand it post-launch. All right, I'll do one more question, and then I'm going to head out. All right, somebody asked, how did you feel the MMR worked last beta? I thought it was surprisingly good. Yeah, so the MMR, that shout out to Beth for getting that in, because we kind of tossed it on our plate last minute when we had other stuff she was working on for that month. But it's very important, because for casual, just being able to play against people close to you is really good. We might actually add some more bells and whistles to it, because right now we're still teetering between whether or not we'll have ranked at launch. It was a stretch goal on the Kickstarter. We didn't quite get there, but internally we are kind of still working towards it. As we're getting closer, we're thinking, hey, if we want to do a good job on launch, so now we are like thinking about pushing it back. Haven't quite pulled the trigger yet, because we're going to see how this August beta goes. But in that regard, like adding some more support to the casual MMR might be nice. Like perhaps you can see it on like certain menus. Perhaps there is some kind of leaderboard so you can see how you rank up with just the casual MMR. And then we'll move those features over to ranked eventually. And then the casual MMR will become less important and just be for matchmaking. But until we have a ranked mode, like I would like players to have, something to push and aspire to. So there might be, as we get closer to launch, we might be adding some more bells and whistles to that casual MMR and making it a little bit more noticeable. All right, if release won't have any casual modes, what's the plan? I said I'd do one more, but I will answer this one. To suck those people in for launch, his impressions are everything, and we've seen so many platform fighters fail. Want Rebels 2 to be big? Yeah, so that's a great question. I mean, right now it's like we're kind of trying to just make sure, the game and that the core loop is as good as possible. Yes, I want, like, as the type of designer I am, I would much rather have like a really fully featured product that has, you know, a lot of different modes and ways that you can play that aren't competitive. Um, but like honestly, for a fighting game or really any multiplayer game to succeed, like the core loop has to be great, and you put stuff around it. Um, Now, if we had more money as a studio, we would have more stuff around it at launch. But the fact is that this game's a lot more expensive to produce than Rivals just because we have a lot more people, right? Whereas Rivals, for the majority of development, it was a 5-person team, right? So it was, you know, me and 4 other people making sure that we all were paid. You know, Rivals 2 is like a 25-person team, so it's each task is more separated. Um, and sometimes that even makes it harder because things on Rivals that came a little bit easier because we could somebody was who was wearing multiple hats could just get to it. Now it's like the person who does that specific feature, we're kind of waiting for them to have availability. So one, it makes the game harder to produce, but you know it's a lot more expensive. So that's why we're kind of trying to make sure we can launch and satisfy the core and hopefully get some people to check it out just because they're interested in like a fighting game version of a platform fighter, right? Like a one that is balanced around competitive fighting. But yeah, we're kind of doing what we did on Rivals, where it's like if that initial the promise is good enough to keep the core excited, then we'll be able to expand and build on it with not just casual features, but then also, you know, we want to go into workshop, we want to go into other areas. But because we don't have unlimited funds, the game is going to come out with the features it has, and hopefully the core experience is good enough that we can build more on top of it. And you know, it is funds, but it's also like getting people in and having people that and kind of like steering the ship as well towards like which features are most important. So it's not like that stuff will come for free with a successful launch. It just means a successful launch would enable us to do more of that stuff and figure out what's important. Cool. That's everything. Thank you all for watching this. Thanks for watching my journey through the bracket. If you do have more questions about the game in general, we got our Discord. Everyone who's watching this should already be in that, but you can hit me up on Twitter. Hit up George and SBS if you have questions about Rivals 2, you want to run events, you know, whether, you know, later this year or into next year. Make sure you're reaching out because, yeah, we want to know about it. And we're super busy, so we don't see everything that we used to. I used to like lurk the Rivals main Discord back in the day in Rivals 1. I don't really have time for that anymore. There's, you know, smaller Discords that I still, you know, check out. But yeah, if there is, you know, big questions or things that you guys are following, don't feel free to reach out on Twitter. And have a good rest of your day.